Hello, this is Heidi Meyers, immigration attorney, and we have some good news for the H-1B registration and lottery for this spring 2021. The good news is that the Biden administration has postponed the H-1B final selection rule, which was supposed to go into effect this March, but which has been postponed at least until December 31st, 2021. So for this H-1B season, employers do not have to worry, and potential beneficiaries, F1 students, do not have to worry that they will be cut out of the H-1B lottery and selection process if the position is for an entry level, level 1, 2, or 3 wage. So as we know, the new H-1B selection rule would have, as a result, cutting out any but the highest level 4 wages, those positions offered for the highest level 4 wages. So the H-1B selection rule preferred that USCIS pick only those petitions with the highest wages for a particular occupation, for a particular geographical area or metropolitan statistical area. So this would have meant that basically only the highest level managers, most experienced people would have been selected for a cap subject H-1B. So this is the good news, is that the process remains the same as last year. So it doesn't matter if it's an entry level, level 1 position, if it's level 2, if it's level 3, or level 4, you each potential beneficiary has an equal chance of being selected. So that is a very good news for F1 students, for employers who are trying to hire for entry level professional positions. So the process is going to be the same as last year. Of course, the employer has to offer the position at either the prevailing wage or the actual wage, whichever is higher. So if the employer actually pays more than what the Labor Department says is the prevailing wage for that same occupation in that geographical area, the employer also has to offer the H-1B worker that same higher actual wage. Now, the registration process will begin on March 9th, 2021 at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, and will run for 14 days until March 25th, 2021 at noon Eastern Standard Time. So employers must file their registrations during that period and pay the $10 fee per beneficiary. An employer has to have a myUSCIS account to be able to file registrations, or they can also have their attorney file registrations on their behalf. Employers need to be very careful not to file duplicate registrations for the same employee. Otherwise, USCIS will deny all registrations for that employee. Additionally, employers should not file huge numbers of registrations for potential beneficiaries or employees that they really have no intention on following through with, or that they haven't investigated whether or not the beneficiary actually qualifies for an H-1B. Does the employee have the proper education and experience, that they're willing to offer the position at the prevailing wage at least, and that they'll actually have work for the beneficiary. Because as you must remember, employers are filing registrations under penalty of perjury. So they have to intend to file the potential beneficiary. When they file the registration, they're saying they intend to file the H-1B petition under penalty of perjury. Therefore, if the employer later decides, after a registration is selected, that they're not going to file the H-1B petition, they should have documentation and be able to justify why they did not go ahead and file that petition. Now, so the registration period is going to be from March 9th to March 25th. Then USCIS is to notify registrants whether or not they're selected by at the latest March 31st, and employers will be able to begin filing H-1B petitions on April 1st, 2021 for a 90-day period. Now remember, these are for cap subject H-1B petitions. Those are H-1Bs that are subject to the numerical limits per year. That is 65,000 H-1B visa numbers per fiscal year for all, in general, all H-1B petitions, and an additional 20,000 visa numbers for U.S. master's degree holders. So that's a total of 85,000 H-1B visa numbers that are available per fiscal year. And you also have to remember there is a set aside for a certain number of people from Singapore and Chile. So these are limited, there are a limited number of H-1B visas available for each fiscal year. The fiscal year starts on October 1st and it runs until September 30th of the following year. So the petitions, the registrations and petitions the employer is filing this spring, 2021, will have a start date of October 1st, 2021. Now, F1 students, of course, it's very risky to rely solely on an employer filing a registration for you, or an employer, you can't rely on getting an H-1B visa number because there are so few. Your chances of getting one are less than 50%, maybe considerably less than 50%. So F1 students should always consider additionally looking for a cap-exempt H-1B employer, such as a nonprofit university or college, a nonprofit organization affiliated with a nonprofit university or college, and a research or government organization. All right, so that's it for now. Just a very brief update on the H-1B registration process for this H-1B season. So I wish everyone good luck filing all their registrations and getting their H-1B petitions filed timely and in a good manner. All right, so thank you very much. This is Heidi Meyers, immigration attorney, Law Office of Heidi J. Meyers, 11 Broadway, Suite 925, New York, New York, 10004. My number is 646-508-5225 or 212-791-4007. My email is heidimeyerslaw@gmail.com. All right, thanks everyone and have a good week. Bye-bye.